In today's video, I'm going to share with you my secrets on how I keep a stylish home, and you are not going to believe how simple it is to spruce up your space. So the number one way to freshen up any space, to add a little style and class to your home and to every single room in your house, is to have some greenery, some sprigs, some vases. Anywhere you look in my house, in every single room, including the bathrooms and the laundry room, I have some form of vase or tub or box or crate or something that has greenery and occasionally a little bit of flowers in my home. And it is so simple to do. You do not need to know how to be a florist or how to arrange flowers. I'm going to show you so quickly. These are just 3 little stems with some little buds on them that I thought were adorable, and I'm going to take those out and pop in 2 sprigs of nothing but leaves. And you can see how easy it was to transform my space. I'll change out the greenery in this little vase that's here in my entryway all throughout the year. And every time I do it, it makes my space feel brand new. You can pick up little vases anywhere and everywhere. I love to find them at Hobby Lobby and Home Goods. There's some great ones on Amazon. And for sprigs and greenery, I have that exact same advice. And Kirkland's is also a really good place to get both of those things. You all have seen these big sprigs of greenery that are on my dining room table, and I'm often asked, where did I find this beautiful green vase? I actually found that at a vintage kind of flea market type thing a couple years ago, but I've seen very similar ones at Hobby Lobby, and they're also on Amazon. There are 2 versions almost identical to that vase available on Amazon at the same price point that I paid for this one at a vintage market. So I'll link both of those in the description box for you, as well as these greenery sprigs. Now these sprigs are one order, but you get 3 big sprigs, and I love them because you can move them and shape them, and they take up a lot of space when really it's only 3 little sprigs. And honestly, I find it is really classy if you just have a big bunch of the exact same flower or greenery in the vase together, instead of trying to make it look like a formal bouquet with flowers and greenery and sprigs and all the things. So when I find a piece of greenery that I love, I just get a whole bunch of it. So you can see how much greenery is in a really small vase, but it just makes a really big statement. It classes up a room and adds so much style, and it is so easy to do. And the good thing is you can move the vase and the greenery from room to room and change vases and kind of create a whole new look, just reusing the things that you already have. My next tip to refresh your home is to make sure that it is always smelling fantastic. I have a diffuser hidden right here. It looks like a decor piece. My favorite diffuser comes from Era, and there are several scents that I love. I've actually had this Era diffuser for several years, and there are quite a few reasons why I chose this one over some other ones that are available right now. Number one, it is controlled by an app. I can set the days of the week that I want the diffuser to come on, so that I'm not wasting scent if I'm not home, or if I know I'm going to be gone on the weekend. I control everything on the app. I can also control the intensity of the scent. So the essential oils are controlled by a level of 1 to 10, 10 being the most fragrant. I set my diffuser at a level 4 or 5 depending on the scent that I have in. I just find that that is the perfect level of aromatherapy for my home, and I can change the level of intensity with the app depending on the day of the week. So when my husband is home in the evenings or on the weekends, he doesn't like to have smells in the house as much as I do, so I make sure to turn down the intensity level. But it also helps to make sure that I'm not using scent when it's not needed. And this little diffuser is so simple to use. You press one button, the cartridge pops out, and then you can drop in a new scent. I have scents for the holidays, scents for spring, scents for summer, and I find that my favorites I just keep going back to over and over. So my favorite scent is called Palo Santo. I use this year round other than the holidays, and I've experimented with several different scents. don't really have a favorite just yet, but for the rest of the year, this is my go-to. Now, one fragrance cartridge will last me 45 to 60 days, and I'm running it on about a 4 or 5 and limited times throughout the day, normally 9 a.m. to about 5 p.m., just so that you have a gauge of how long one scent cartridge will last for you. And just know that the scents used by Era are hypoallergenic, they do not leave a residue, and they are safe for your pets, or I would not have this in my home. Another super simple and very inexpensive trick is to change out the knobs on your furniture. Now, this little table that I have sitting in the corner of our newly renovated living room, saw the table, loved it, thought it was super cute, and these were the knobs that were on the table. And I just thought, that's not what I'm looking for. They're just kind of plain, and you can find these knobs anywhere. But I changed them out. I went to Hobby Lobby, and for about $4 a knob, simply changed out the knobs. Hobby Lobby is the best place to find new knobs. Super inexpensive, and they have literally an entire aisle of nothing but replacement knobs. So I easily transformed this cute little table that had not cute knobs to the most adorable table with the cutest glass knobs you have ever seen. Now when I look in this little corner, I'm like, ooh, I love that little table. And it was all super, super easy. My next tip is one of my favorites. You all know that we renovated our living room and put in these custom bookshelves with cabinetry, and I had a lot of space to fill with decor items, and I wanted pictures of my daughters somewhere in the living room. So I bought 2 empty, very inexpensive frames and went to CVS and had my own photos printed for literally, I think it was $6, and came up with this. Having these gigantic frames with the big white matting and just a regular 8x10 photo inside transformed something that was super inexpensive into something that looks very rich and expensive and classy, and it fills up a lot of space here in my living room, and I can change out these pictures anytime I want to. Literally, all you do is email your pictures to CVS or Walgreens or Walmart or any photo developing place, and for a couple bucks, I swap out the pictures and have this. Another simple way to refresh your room and to spruce it up, so easy, is just to add a throw pillow onto a couch or a chair. Toss a throw blanket over the back of the couch. I love to have a throw on the corner of my bed, and I cuddle up with these blankets every single night, but when I go to bed, I make sure that I fold my blanket back up and put it over the couch neatly, because during the day, it's a decor piece. It spruces up my room. And at night, it is what I take a nap with before bed. And just having a little throw blanket tossed on the corner of my bed breaks up the harsh lines of the heavy furniture in my bedroom and just adds a little something something. And then in my office, I also have a throw over the back of the chair in the corner. It's just a way to break up the room, add a pop of color if you want to. It adds some more texture and just a little bit of interest onto something that can often look square and heavy and very solid colored. So I love a good throw pillow, and it's so easy. Again, Hobby Lobby, Home Goods, Kirkland's, you can always pick up different throw pillows, change them out for the different seasons, or if you just want to simply freshen up a room, toss on a different throw pillow. And throw pillows and blankets, just like the greenery stems, are so easy. If your home kind of has a cohesive color pattern, you can swap them around from room to room. Or if you get tired of looking at a throw pillow, put it somewhere that you're not going to see it for a while, and I guarantee you when you see it for the next time, you'll say, oh, I need to get that back out. I love that pillow. I do that all the time. I have a storage room upstairs, and when I'm tired of something, I just put it in the storage room, and it's like I get to go in there and go shopping for my home without spending any money. It's great. So to spruce up your outdoor area, there are 2 things that you can easily do. Number 1 is lighting. I have Edison bulb style solar powered string lights along the fence out by our pool, as well as solar powered tiki torches. These will brighten up your space. They just add a wonderful ambiance. You put them up once, never think about them again, because they are truly solar powered, and it really just refreshes the space. They come on from dusk to dawn, and I love being outside. And even when I'm in the house and I look outside and I see all of the lights flickering, it just makes me so happy, and it really extends the inside of my house into the outdoors and makes this a living space for me. And one of the best ways to spruce up your outdoor space is to have potted plants or flowers. Now you can buy very expensive pots, designer pots if you want to. Mine are super inexpensive. You can get them at Lowe's or some home decor places like Hobby Lobby and Home Goods. You can get them on Amazon. I have had mine forever. I never change out my pots, but I always put in new flowers every single season. So out around my pool, we get full sunshine. It is hot, and dipladenias are my favorite flower every single year. They will bloom until the first really hard frost, and they come in several different colors. I love red because, as you can see, I have throw pillows in our lounge. Ooh, there's a thunderstorm coming. I'm trying to talk to you all quick. I have throw pillows in our lounge chairs. I love the pop of red out by the pool, but the dipladenias will bloom just like this for months and months and months. Having a pop of flowers outside, again, even if you're inside looking out, it really just brings the space to life. Flowers and greenery are always changing. It makes your space look vibrant and alive and really just gives it the perfect refresh. Having the pots be different just adds a little bit of element of surprise. You don't want everything to be matchy, and that's why I have different fabric on my chairs here than I do on my lounge chairs. It just brings the space together when everything is not the same but yet works together. Now let's get inside before the rain starts. So another way to refresh your home is to use some of the areas in your home that you don't currently use, that kind of go ignored. For me, that used to be my dining room. I could not stand the chairs that we had at our dining room table, and so I refused to eat in here. The chairs were uncomfortable, they were ugly, they would creak because they were wood. When you would sit in them, they would make noises. Nobody ever wanted to eat in our dining room, but I loved my dining room. It is the focal point of my home when you come in the front door. So I used a very simple refresh solution and just got new dining room chairs. I found these adorable chairs on Amazon, quite inexpensive, I might say, but I love them. And now we eat in our dining room all the time. And everybody is like, whoa, I love these chairs. And I do too, really I do. They have a corduroy fabric on them, a cushion bottom. They're super comfortable. I picked out a neutral color, but they are available in lots of other colors. They're a way bigger seat and a chair than what I have, and because the back of the chairs is upholstered, it makes them look so much more substantial. And of course, I added a throw pillow into one of the chairs. Now, when somebody comes over to eat and we need that chair, I take the pillow out, but it just makes my dining room look so inviting. I amped up my dining room table with that green vase and some greenery stems and a cute table runner, and now the dining room is somewhere that I want to be. It is where my guests want to be, and it was so simple by simply swapping out the dining room chairs. So those are my tips and tricks and hacks for refreshing your home, sprucing up your space without spending a lot of money, very little effort, and it's really anybody can do it, because I want you to enjoy the space that you live in. I want you to love your home. So I'll see you in the next one. Have a good day.